So just to kind of help me keep pace with the class, I'm going to play my music very, very lightly, but you can enjoy the music or enjoy the golden silence. That's always lovely too. I'll tell you when to hit play though. Yay, Jeannie, you found it. Good. So I think you guys probably know this by now, but you can pin me, so I'll stay in the main screen. That way, if any other sounds come in, it doesn't hop around. Hi. You're so cute. It's good to see you. All right, so before we get started, I just want to share that we will be doing something a little different today. We're doing something called Kriyas. And Kriyas are like sets that you do in a sequence, and there's a rhythm and a pattern. And it's a way of resetting your energy. You see this a lot in Kundalini yoga. But I think of it also as a way of finding strength and stamina. And I don't know if you're at all like me, I've been struggling with my allergies here on the Central Coast, God bless. And so the Kriyas work with breath and that can help clear. So there's 3 main pranayama practices that we'll do today. One is kind of our foundational Ujjayi pranayama that you're familiar with, I'm sure. The other is Kapalabhati, which is a punctuated exhale breath where the navel sort of snaps back towards the spine. And you do inhale, but you're emphasizing the exhale, that one. And then the other one might not be as familiar with, it's called Bhastrika, and it's like you're scrubbing the breath in and out, in and out, in and out through the nose. This one's been really helpful for me. And it's like this. So you might even want to grab a few tissues to put near your yoga mat because the breath work might clear some allergies. Hopefully that helps us today. So just to let you have a little heads up about where we're going. If you have 2 blocks, you might want those, or 2 big Russian novels or dictionaries or cookbooks, you might want those to kind of raise the floor. Unless you have lots of hamstring flexibility, then you probably won't need those. Okay. We'll go ahead and get started. Thank you all for choosing to be here today and practicing yoga with me. Okay. So as some of you know, I had a birthday yesterday, and one of the sweetest aspects of this birthday was just being able to get away. Ryan and I drove up to Big Sur area, and we enjoyed this beach we just sort of discovered. It was like being on the moon. It was really bizarre, beautiful landscape, and we were all alone. And we were just able to kind of tip our faces towards the sun and feel that light, and it was so renewing. There's also the light that we can receive from each other. And sometimes we tip our faces towards each other to reflect back our inner light, our own beauty. And so today's practice really is an opportunity to connect back to your own inner light and to find this renewal that you can find through your practice. So I'll just share a beautiful passage by Mark Nepo. He's a poet. He says, after the rain, we tip our face to the sun, and our small light is renewed by the timeless light. In relationship, we tip our face to each other and illuminate the one we look at. To illuminate another is to behold them, to show them their light. Sometimes we struggle so hard to be seen and heard that we empower those who behold us as keepers of our light. Then we can become so desperate to stay within our lover's gaze that we stop opening our face to everything that is timeless. Now the inversion has taken place. We have entrusted our light to others. spiraling away from our worth, we can become so removed from ourselves that we then court negativity. But we can come back to the light of the sun, reminding us and each other that we are enough. This is the power of kindness to return us to our own experience of light and worth. So I think this is a beautiful way to think about our yoga practice as a way of returning to our light and returning to our worth. And when we show up like this, even in a virtual space and Sangha and community, it's a way of shining that light to each other as well. So thank you so much for your presence today. So we'll start in Sukhasana position. And for today, let this not be a tight position where you pull the feet in close to the body, but you keep the feet farther away from you. Keep this triangle of space between your calves and your hips, and then really press down through the knife edge of your foot. So the feet are active the whole time. Bring your hands to your shins. Sit up nice and tall. Drop the shoulders away. You can just close your eyes for a few moments, thanking the words and then letting them fall away. Bringing your awareness to your breath. On your next inhalation, lengthen up through your spine. And as you exhale, round your back, you kind of tip to the back of the sits bones. Feel how the belly hollows out a little bit and just flush the breath through your torso, through the ribs. And on the inhale, you'll tip to the front of the sits bones and arch your spine and look up. Feel that length and opening through the front of the throat, the sternum, the solar plexus. And then exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale. And we'll stay with that. Find a little bit more rhythm for about 20. Last 5. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, round. And then just let the breath go. Let yourself kind of clear it out. And then roll yourself up and we'll come into a simple twist. Take your left hand to your right knee, right hand back behind you. And then rather than pulling the hip back, press your knee into your hand and stand into your sits bones. Imagine your sits bones like the heels of your feet. And then start to research a spiral shape. Research this twist. I taught a class this week on the spiral. You can imagine a spiral staircase up through your spine as you turn, turn, turn. But keep standing, especially in the right sit bone. From here, lean forward so much that your right hand peels off the ground, and then with your eyes, trace your fingers up. Breathe into your kinesphere, that space right outside of your reach. And then right hand to your left knee, your arms are crossed, round your back. So you're tipping again to the back of the sits bones, rounding the back. Go ahead and shift forward and bring your arms to about shoulder height, coming into eagle arms. Wrap the forearms or just make fists. And then see if you can start to reach the arms, not from the lumbar, but from your thoracic, middle to upper spine. As you exhale, draw your elbows into the belly and round your back. One more like that. Lifting from thoracic, lifting the sternum, letting the arms float. And then elbows, draw in towards solar plexus. Big breath across your upper back. Good, and again, we'll just release the arms, swim forward, think of clearing your space, and bring your hands back behind you. And we'll start with the right foot on top of your left knee. Try to keep a soft bend in the elbows, press into your feet, lift the pelvis, coil yourself up. It's like a figure four tabletop position. And then pull the heads of the shoulders back, lift the sternum. We'll come into that Vastrika, that scrubbing of the breath in and out through the nose. Inhale, exhale, and begin. Big inhale, stick out your tongue, lion's breath, exhale. Nice. Lower your seat, extend your left leg, and all the toes will come pointing forward. You'll come to your left hip. And rather than kind of lifting up out of the shoulder, which we sometimes do for today, let yourself kind of lean in and start to feel this canopy, this draping of the torso. And then you can tilt yourself forward slightly and feel maybe a stretch on the outer hip, IT band, TFL. And then really let your breath allow you to drop. Maybe you start to feel opening even through the lateral waist and your ribs. Nice. And then from here, press down through the outer edge of both of your feet. And on the inhale, we'll start to lift the hips. Take your arms straight up. It's modified Vashisthasana. Push through the outer edges of the feet and reach the arm overhead, maybe even beyond overhead. Breathe into the ribs. And then lower your left hip to hover about just a few inches off the ground. And then press into the outer feet. You might feel more stretch on the outer hips, on the right side especially. And one more time. Nice, lower down. Okay, we'll repeat that same ditty on the other side. How are you doing? Give me a little thumbs up. Everybody good? Okay, left shin in front. This time we'll reverse the breath pattern. Instead of inhale as we arch, inhale as you round. Exhale. About 10 more on this side. Last one. Good. Round your back. And then this time stay here and hug the sits bones towards each other. Mula Bandha. Draw the navel in and up like you're scooping the guts just underneath the mouth of the ribs, Uddiyana Bandha. Retain the breath, retain the energy, feel the expansion in your ribs. Good, and then rise all the way up. Soften the shoulders, just let that go. And then we'll twist to the left now. Right knee, right hand, left knee, left hand back behind you. And there's sort of this tendency for the hip to draw back. Do the opposite. Drive your knee into your hand and stand into your sits bones, especially your left sit bone. And then again, kind of just be curious about the turning of your torso. Twist, twist, twist. Maybe even letting the head start to turn a little bit more. Big opening in like the left chest and ribs, shoulder. Good, and just lean forward enough that your hand floats off the ground. With your eyes, track your fingers as your arm reaches up. Reach into that space above you. Maybe forward. Left hand to your right knee. Arms are crossed. Round your back. Big breath across the back of your heart and shoulders. Good. Bring yourself upright. Gardasana, eagle arms, or again, two fists. And bring the elbows just right at shoulder height. Expand across your upper back. And then see if the lift of the arms can come not from the lumbar arching, but from thoracic spine, and then the sternum lifting up. Maybe the arms float a little bit more. As you exhale, draw the elbows in towards the belly. One more like that. Inhale, middle to upper spine, sternum lifts, the arms follow that trajectory. And exhale, round. Good. Fold forward and just clear your space. Feels good. Fingertips back behind you. Lose your jewelry. And this time, left foot on the right knee. And don't lock your elbows. Keep your arms strong. Pull the heads of the shoulders back. Puff up your sternum as you press into the foot. Move sequentially up through the pelvis, the low belly, the ribs. Float yourself up to tabletop. We'll come back into the Vastrika breath, scrubbing in and out through the nose. Big inhale, stick out your tongue, lion's breath out. And lower the hips, extend your right leg, roll to the right side. So all toes are pointing forward. And again, okay, can you hear me now? Thanks. So give yourself a couple of exhale breaths to find that draping. I mean, you know how great it is to hang in a hammock. You can kind of let go of some effort, find some ease and space. And then tilt yourself forward a little bit more so you're kind of exploring the outer right waist and hip, TFL, IT band. And then from here, push into the outer edges of both of your feet and start to float yourself up. And then follow your hand, lift the hips higher, and start to lower back down. Right hip just hovers on the ground. And then like there's a string through the hips, lifts you up. And then lower back down. One more like that, push into the outer edges of the feet. You might feel a little bit more on the outer left hip. Lower back down, nice. And then from here, just come into Sukhasana. Any shin in front is fine. Just let your hands rest on your thighs. And pause for a moment, close your eyes if you like. And just notice any shifts in your state. Give yourself time to observe, feel any percolating energy, spaces in you that have opened, awakened a little bit more. And then offer an intention for this practice, your reason, your why. Maybe it has something to do with our theme, tipping your face toward the light to feel yourself renewed. We'll take Sankalpa Mudra. So turn your left hand up and cross your heart with your left hand. And the left hand comes to your right knee, palm facing up. The right hand, just like your manifestation hand, is going to seal the left hand. Squeeze the palms together. And this is a mudra of intention. It's like stamping a seal into wax, making it so. So feel this connection right across the currents, the courage of your heart, and this stamp of intention. Take another breath here. Beautiful. Release your hands. And we'll come into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here in down dog. And pedal out the feet. Allow yourself to feel that little shift right and left side. Notice as you pedal your feet how there's sort of an echo into the hands, how the hands have to navigate the weight shift too. Maybe even feeling this cross-lateral connection, your right foot to your left hand, your left foot to your right hand. And then find some stillness and reconnect to your breath, expanding through the rib cage as you inhale, and then feeling how the ribs narrow a bit as you exhale. Lift the inner ears up slightly so you're not dumping into the armpits. Widen your upper back. Feel the base of your neck nice and wide too. Last moments here, press hands down and forward. And rather than thinking of pushing your heels down into the ground, just think of pushing them back and pushing your femurs, the thigh bones back towards your hamstrings. And then from here, go ahead and come forward into a plank pose and see if you can find that same sense of the inner ears lifting as your low belly lifts, as you engage in the quads, reach your heels back. And then lower all the way down. Modified Shalabhasana, interlace the fingers behind you and lift your chest. Lower the hands down alongside your ribs and lift up a little bit more, cobra. Spread your collarbones, keep a little bend in the elbows, coil yourself up. Good, and then from here, pull the guts, the low belly in and up, and take yourself back to Adho Mukha Virasana, or child's pose with tented fingers. And again, keep pulling with your guts, the low belly, the hamstrings engaged to lift you up, and feel a little stretch across the fronts of your thighs. You can tent your fingertips any way that feels good to you. Just listen to your shoulders. And then from here, we'll come back into that Vastrika breath and begin. Big inhale. Stick your tongue out, exhale, lion's breath. Nice, lower the hips. Come all the way forward into your plank pose. And a little variation here, we'll accordion the knees to the right and push your hips back. Now keep your head lifted, keep the armpits lifted, and then come forward back into plank, accordion knees left. You get it. So feel how your breath is sort of kicked out by the twist. Feel the strength in your arms, the twist in the belly, the heat in your legs. Last two. Good, last one. Step your right foot forward, roll to the outer edge of the left foot, that modified Vashisthasana again. Lift the hips, and then lower. And then come all the way forward, back onto your belly. And then once again, modified Shalabhasana, the locust. Good, lower the hands, lift your heart, cobra. And lower down, or even from here, scoop the belly, press back, Adho Mukha Virasana, tent the fingers. Rise all the way up, feel how your guts scoop in and your hamstrings engage. Tent the fingers, lift the chest. A little variation here, lower the hips. Watch your right hand as you come up. Watch the hand as you lower the hips and switch sides. Right hand plants, left fingertips come up and around. Watch the hand as you lower down. Both hands lift the hips. Last one like this, Vastrika, scrubbing the breath, begin. Big inhale, stick out the tongue, lion's breath. Lower the hips. Come all the way forward to plank. Accordion the knees to the left. Now keep the head lifted, Think of your body like torso still doing plank. You're just twisting through the knees, through the hips. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time to the left. Step your left foot forward. Modified Vashisthasana. Lift. And really feel that arc through the left side body. Lower down. Lift up and forward. Come back into downward facing dog. Take a nice full cycle of breath here. Bend your knees, sweep your hips up and back. And same thing here in the plank. You can also turn the toes out slightly. Some people call this like a froggy variation. As you come forward, squeeze the thighs together. Six more like this. Keep the torso strong and clear. Hop forward, feet between the hands. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold into your legs. Again, inhale, half forward bend, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold into your legs. One more. As you lengthen your spine, pull the low ribs forward. Heavy hands, heavy feet, extend the spine. Fold in. Press your heels down. Rise all the way to stand. Hands into heart center. Take one hand to your heart. One hand on top of the other hand. And just breathe. Feel your heart beating. Feel the heat on your skin. Feel your vitality. Reconnect to your intention for practice. So I'm realizing I forgot to tell you to start playing your music. So feel free to just dive right in. If you want some tunes, you can offer those up now. So we'll move through just 3 sets of Surya Namaskar A. We'll do 1 together, and then 2 you can flow on your own and really add in or take anything away that you like. So standing in Tadasana mountain pose. Inhale, stretch your arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, lengthen your spine, pull the low ribs forward, the shoulders back. Exhale, plant your palms, step or hop chaturanga. Keep a soft bend in the elbows here. Even here, as you lift up, drag the elbows back, heart forward and up. Exhale, press your hips back down, dog. Inhale slowly. Exhale deeply. Now give yourself these moments of rest where you downshift your energy, but you stay present so that when it's time and you rev up, you can do so clearly. Find that same alignment where the inner ears lift, more in line with your biceps. And then press the hips up and back, lengthen your spine. On your next inhale, bend the knees, look forward. See where you want to go. Step, jump, handstand there. Inhale, stretch your spine. Exhale, fold into your legs. Inhale, press the heels, lift the heart. Hands into heart center. 2 more sun salutations on your own. Again, adding anything in, taking anything away. So find the metronome of your breath and move like that. You've got one more. Really feel the pause in down dog. And then from that clear place of connection to yourself, present moment awareness, rev up to make your transition. This too is following your energy. We draw in and contain and center, and then we send it out clearly with purpose. Nice. We'll all meet in standing Tadasana mountain pose. And then from mountain pose, find Utkatasana. Sink your hips. And then just bring your arms out in front of you. So dig your heels down, and you might have to shift your weight back a little bit. Think of sending your sits bones back and down. So it's not a big lift, but it's back and down. And then feel how that helps you lift the low belly in and up. Now, just like we did in Garudasana Eagle Arms, as you lift the arms here, do so from middle to upper back, and from this bright sternum lifting, your arms just follow that trajectory. Stay for 5 breaths. The end of your next exhale, rise, rise, rise. Interlace your fingers, a mindful back bend here, so strong quads, lift your heart. As you upright the torso, lift the right leg. And a little extension in the spine here. Good, right foot to left thigh, like a figure 4 shape, and then bend into your left knee. Now feel the globe of your skull and the globe of your hands. Feel the shape, and then pull those apart from each other. Good, widen your inner thighs. And last moments, as you continue to bend your left knee, think of slightly lifting your right glute up. Ooh, nice stretch. Breathe. Good, and then rise all the way here. Release the foot, hook your thumb, straighten your right leg. Watch your kitchen table. Sweep the right leg through warrior 3. And soft bend of your left knee, land your right foot. And from here, think of pushing from the right foot and vaulting your heart up, big spinal extension. Do the opposite now. Think head and tailbone round. And then again, press through the back of the foot, vault the heart up, extend your spine. And then do the opposite, round. Think head to knee. One more like this. And round. Good, straighten both legs. Feel the strength of your legs. Open warrior 2. Good, so squeeze the back right leg, find the depth in your front left leg, and stretch the arms. We tend to forget the back arm, so think of energizing, amplifying the reach of the back right arm. Good, reverse your warrior, big breath, follow your eyes. Hand comes all the way down, side angle pose, and then do that again, lift yourself up. Follow your left hand like you're trying to touch your right foot. And then come all the way down, side angle pose. You can hook the top of the foot with your left hand. That's C grip. Good, turn belly ribs, chest to the right, and breathe. Bring both arms down inside your left foot. Lift your left heel and pivot to the left slightly. You'll face the long edge of your mat. And just go side to side skandasana, side lateral lunging. And when you're ready, back to the left. Explore this today. Left hand's going to grab the left ankle, right hand, right ankle. You can bend the right knee a little bit. Be mindful of your hamstrings, but push those apart from each other. This is a right inner groin stretch. And twist your torso to the left, towards the bent knee, and breathe. Nice. Ground your hands, lift your hips. Shift to your left, back to where you started. Take the left foot back. And again, we go accordion to the right, accordion to the left, and right. Step right foot up halfway. Modified side plank. Lower down. Up and over. Good. Ground your hands. Keep your feet, but just turn the toes to face the top of the mat. Good. From here, just lift yourself up. Firm the back left glutes. Bring your hands into heart center. And start to lean out over the right leg, but squeeze the muscle to bones here. Lift the low belly. Keep the lift of the heart. This is a variation of Parshvottanasana. Good. At the end of your exhale, just lift the low right ribs like a little turn to the right. So you feel the obliques kind of pull in and up. Hands come to your right ankle. Shift yourself forward, pick up the left foot. Stay here in like a warrior three variation, or straighten your legs-ish. Standing splits. See if you can keep the hands on the foot as you bend both knees. Seated spinal twist. Land your left knee, right leg on top. Right arm back behind you, twist to the right. We'll take Kapalabhati here. That's a punctuated exhale breath, just a short cycle. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, begin. Big inhale. Retain the breath. Twist, twist, twist. Exhale, let it go. Unwind. We shift our weight a little to the right foot. This part's kind of fun. As you pick up the foot, just let the left leg go back, up, and around the world. And land next to your right. If you came off your mat, step onto your mat. Bend the knees and come into a malasana squat. The knees press the elbows, press the inner thighs. You can bring all of your fingertips together like this little basket with your hands. And then stay here and just breathe. Or if you like another cycle of Kapalabhati, inhale. Exhale completely. Inhale about halfway to begin. Big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Ground your hands, lift your hips so your thighs are kind of parallel with the floor. And then just start to reach your arms forward. As you do so, pull the low belly in. Go take a nice big inhale here. As you exhale, you'll pull your fists back to your waist. Good, reach the arms, stay. And then lower, lower, lower. Keep reaching the arms like you could get to the top of the mat. Plant your palms, come high on the balls of the feet. And think of your arms doing chaturanga, bend the elbows, let them drag back, and just sort of feed your knees into the arms. Bakasana. Press the hands into the earth. Really pull your sternum and pubic bone towards each other to get more flexion in your spine. Breathe. Feet just inside your thumbs. Inhale, half forward bend. Exhale, fold into your legs. Good, bend the knees, rise, Utkatasana. Come all the way up, arms behind you, interlace the fingers, maybe the other way. A little back bend here. Good, as you bring yourself upright, pick up your left leg. Tiny bit of extension here. And then left foot to your right thigh. Flex that foot firmly. Bend your right knee. Again, feel this sphere of your skull and the globe of your hands. Pull those away from each other. Widen your inner thighs. And last moment, see about slightly lifting your left glutes. There's a sweet spot there. Good, rise back up, hook your thumbs. Parallel your left leg and then straighten. Bring the foot all the way through warrior three. Soft bend of your right knee. We come back into that extension of the spine. Push through the ball of the foot. Vault your heart up. And then round your back. Think head to knee. Flexion. Two more. As you do this, let your eyes move. This kind of explores the vestibular system. Give yourself something different to see. See where you are in space. One more time around. Think head to knee, tailbone to head. And then straighten both legs. Open, warrior two. Again, energize through the back left arm especially. And breathe. From here, reverse your warrior. Follow your your hand with your eyes. Side angle pose. One more time like that. Reverse your warrior. Big breath into the right ribs. Eye track your right hand down. Side angle pose. We'll stay for a breath or two. Good. From here, both hands inside right foot. Lift the right heel and pivot. And then shift side to side. Skandasana or lateral lunges. You can use your hands or not. Good, next time you're to the right. Right hand presses the foot or the knee wide. Left hand to the left inner ankle. Be mindful of your hamstrings. Integrity of the hamstrings. Press your hands apart from each other. Breathe into the left inner groin. Twist last moment's ribs to the right towards the bent knee. Pivot back to the right. Nice. Da, 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 da. Plank twister. There we go. Bring your feet back. Twist to the left. To the right. One more time. This time step your left foot up. Modified Vashisthasana. Lower the hips. Lift up and over. And then this time just turn your feet. So they kind of stay where they are, but now they're facing the top of the mat. Rise all the way to stand. Hands into prayer. Squeeze the right glutes. Feel that extension across the front of the right thigh. And start to lean yourself forward. Squeeze the muscles to bone. Keep the spine long. Lift your low belly. At the end of your exhale, think of the left obliques drawing in and up. Left ribs. It's a slight twist to the left. Good, hands wrap around the left ankle. Shift your weight into the left foot. Pick up the right. Maybe you stay here in like a warrior 3 variation, or start to drop the head, lift the leg. Standing splits. Think about releasing the brain. Soft bend of both knees. Left foot over right. Twist to your left. Take a nice inhale. Exhale completely. Inhale about halfway. Kapalabhati. Big inhale. Retain the breath. Twist, twist, twist. And let it go. Unwind yourself. Bring your hands a little to the right and shift the weight into the right foot. Start to come up. This part's fun. Think of the right toes going to the left, all the way up towards the sky, all the way to the right. And then in line with your left foot, come back into Malasana. Just stay here and breathe this time. Just find a natural cycle of breath, natural rhythm of breath. Good. From here, bring your hands up and just 5 this time. So it's like a chair pose squat variation. Inhale the arms and then make fists back to the waist. Last one. Reach the arms and start to reach forward like you can touch the front of your mat, and then just pour your knees into your upper arms, Bakasana, crow pose. Squeeze the heels towards your booty, engage your hamstrings, and then again, think sternum, pubic bone, squeeze those towards each other, more flexion in your spine. Ground your feet between your thumbs. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold into your legs. One more like that. Inhale, lengthen even more. Walk your hands forward, get a longer spine. Exhale, fold into your legs. Sink your hips, reach your arms. Utkatasana. Good. Rise all the way to stand, modified back bend. Rise all the way back up. Actually, keep the hands here, right foot, left thigh. Moving through this, you've seen it before, just a little quicker this time. Good, and then hook the thumbs, bring the right foot forward. Come all the way through warrior 3. Soft bend of the knees, land your right foot just one time now. Arch the spine, and then around the spine. Inhale, rise, both legs straight and strong, but ground your right foot. Again, engage your right glutes. Come into a variation of revolved triangle. Right hand on the foot or just outside the foot. Reach your left arm to the side, so you can see this in my shoulder. Rather than kind of turning in disparate parts, feel the shoulder reach and then kind of shunt in to the torso. Reach the left arm, pull the shoulder into the torso. From there, turn belly, ribs, chest, feel the arm and shoulder, part of the trunk. Take a breath into the dome of your mouth. Feel that connection between the dome of your mouth and your tailbone, like you're just skewered on this center line. Good. From here, soft bend of your left knee, step forward, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. From half moon, ground your hands, level out the hips, soft bend of both knees. Left hand will grab right foot. And then start to straighten your left leg any amount. This is a quad stretch, hamstring opener. It might start to look like compass pose. Reach your right hand forward and to the side a bit more. Big lateral opening of the right side. Take another cycle of breath here. Breathe, balance. Good, and then just release the foot. Nice and easy, Utkatasana. Rise all the way up, interlace the fingers, lift your heart, mild back bend. Come back up, keep the grip, left foot, right thigh, fold. Pull the skull and fist away from each other, breathe. Rise back up, hook the thumbs, left foot comes forward, and then take it all the way back through warrior three. Soft bend of the right knee, land your left foot. One time now, arch the spine. Big rounding of the spine. Rise back up, straighten your legs, ground the left heel, hands into prayer, come forward. Left hand on your foot or outside the foot, take the right arm to the side, reach the right arm and then pull the shoulder onto your back. From there, turn belly, ribs, chest, revolve your triangle. Breathe, stay with me. Last little bit of our flow. Good, from here, step forward, half moon. Good, level out your hips, soft bend of your right knee and your left knee. Right hand grabs your left foot. Take your left hand forward and out to the side a bit and fold. So there's lots of different variations of this Chapasana back leg. For today, because we're trying to get a little bit more lateral opening, think of the knee going down a bit more and the foot pressing into your hand. And you're kind of gazing under your left arm. Big breath into the left side of your body. Good, release the foot. And then last little opportunity here is either a twist. So you'll come back into this figure four leg, and then the right elbow hooks into your right heel of foot. Stay there for the twisted variation, or Ekapada Galavasana, one last arm balance opportunity. Shift your weight forward, pick up left foot. Stay here in this crouching tiger position, or straighten the left leg. Come out of it with a modicum of grace. Rise, switch sides. Left foot, right thigh. You can also just stay here right in center and enjoy the hip opening. Or left elbow, left inner foot, elbow to foot, foot to elbow, twist, twist, twist. Or Ekapada Galavasana, 3 breaths wherever you are. So think of the globe of your head going forward, your tailbone going back, and counterbalance that with your leg reaching back. Unwind yourself wherever you are. Step to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine, unfurl your spine. Exhale, fold into your legs. Shake out your head, yes and no. And then bend the knees. Come all the way down to have a seat. So options here are Agni Stambhasana, the log stacking pose. Those are a hip opener that way. Or Gomukhasana, same outer hip region, you're just getting it slightly differently. You stack the knees, cow face pose. So choose the variation that feels best to you. Ground down through the outer hips. Let's inhale the arms up. Feel the length in the spine. Keep that length in your spine. And then any arm variation that feels good to you. Maybe even staying upright feels good to you. Maybe draping the torso feels better. Connect even more with your exhale breath. But now you can kind of let go of that pranayama, let go of the breath control and that pattern, And just let the breath really resource you. So after the movement, we start to slow down. Sometimes that's where the inner critic voice comes in, maybe evaluates how you performed today, or the sequence, or the teacher. See if you can just soften that evaluative voice and follow the sensations in your body. Follow the filling of your lungs and the emptying of your breath. Bring yourself upright, keep the legs. So whichever leg is on top, that's the direction you'll twist. So I have right leg on top, so I'm going to bring my left elbow and my right knee to connect, and I'm going to twist to the right. So even if you're in Agnistabhasana, you can do the same variation. So you twist in the direction of your top leg. Breathe. At the end of your next exhale, unwind yourself. You can just switch the cross of the legs, or if you're in Gomukhasana, follow me to the left. And have a seat. Good, so again, scissor the knees apart. Ground down through the hips, feel both sits bones on the ground. Inhale, feel the length in the torso, try to keep that even as you hinge from the hips forward. Hands to the earth. You can bring your forearms to blocks or to the floor if that feels better. But find a way where you're not kind of holding on for dear life with your hips. You feel grounded and supported enough that the hips can kind of let go of some of their death grip, if that's what you feel. Take one more full cycle of breath and feel how your breath just infuses your body with light, with prana, with renewed energy. And then bring yourself upright, keep your legs, and now we'll twist in the direction of the top leg. So left leg's on top, you'll twist to the left. Elbow to knee if you're in Gomukhasana. Try that figure four variation in Agnistabhasana that we just did standing. So just like we did at the beginning of class, rather than coming into your twist and just sort of like jumping to your end point and then mentally checking out, see if you can explore, be curious about the twist, the breath, the tiny articulations in your spine, the spiral staircase of your torso. One more cycle of breath here. Good. Unwind yourself. Unwind your legs. Take them wide. Upavishta Konasana. We haven't had this shape a lot today, so let yourself kind of find it with ease. And then maybe you just stay here. Ground through the heels, heavy shin bones, heavy thigh bones. Take your fingertips, and then rather than rounding your back, draw your heart forward and up and breathe. Good. Walk your hands back, gather your legs, coming into Purvottanasana. So we'll start in Dandasana, legs extended forward, hands alongside the hips, and then press the hands down, lift through your spine. So this is an active pose, like it's not slumpasana, right? It's not Netflix asana. Think of the energy rising from the front, going over the crown of the head, and descending down through the tailbone into the earth. Feel that loop of energy. From there, start to dorsiflex your feet so the toes are active. Bring your hands back about 6 inches, bend the elbows, and then tip to the back of your sits bones. And then firm up your back legs, lift the hips, lift the heart. Last opportunity for a breath here, your choice, Vastrika or Kapalabhati for just about 10 counts. Big inhale. Let it go. Lower the hips. Nice work. Soles of the feet together, Tara Asana. It's a big diamond shape, not a tight cobbler's pose. Pull the buttocks flesh back, and then let yourself round down. Wind yourself up and slowly make your way down into Shavasana. I'll stay upright. Relaxing onto your back. Your legs are as wide or wider than your yoga mat. Arms are resting by your sides, about 8 to 10 inches away from your torso. And notice that part of you that maybe wants to fidget, readjust, fix. You could do that. You could also just let yourself kind of be with it. See if you can make peace with what is. It's good practice for making peace with what is instead of always needing to fix ourselves. What if this light that we have in us right now is absolutely enough? What if it's more than enough? It's so brilliant. It illuminates your life. And it blesses those around you. I'm here to tell you that's true. So as you rest in Shavasana, this is really just your renewal. Assimilating, integrating, digesting, clearing space. Every practice, every Shavasana, every breath is like a rebirth. So if you have more time today, I invite you to just rest a little longer, maybe even go outside and rest in the light of the sun. Tip your face to the sun. We'll go ahead and close our practice here. You can stay resting in Shavasana or come up to a seated position if that feels better to you. Just bring one hand onto your heart and the other hand on top of that, wherever you are. And feel a connection to your heart. Offer up gratitude for showing up to your mat, showing up to your life. Thank you all for your practice and your presence today. Shanti, peace to you, and namaste.